Good morning, traders and investors. Rocket Lab just reported their earnings and they delivered a record revenue up to 48% year over year, hitting 155 million this quarter. Yet they still posted a loss. So the question is for retail traders, for us, is Rocket Lab a moonshot bet or grounded risk? So let's break down Rocket Lab's revenue, and we're going to do a fundamental, a technical analysis, and a buy, sell, or hold rating for my part right here at Wealthdown, where we build and protect wealth. I'm Norbert Menhart. Let's get into the video. First things first, about Rocket Lab. This is a full stack space company. Obviously, it launches rockets, it's electrons, so do not confuse it with Rocket Mortgage. We're also going to talk about Rocket Mortgage in a different video. So Rocket Lab launches rockets. They also are building and launching satellites and now expanding into payload and defense-grade systems. The stock has had a massive move here in 2025. On 1 year or year to date, from January, it's up 101%, with this peak even higher, and on a year-to-year comparison, so 1 year, it is up 250%. So massive move here for Rocket Lab. Will they be able to keep up this massive move? That's what we want to find out after we do a little bit of analysis of their revenue. So as previously mentioned in the intro, revenue up 155.1 million, up 48% year over year. You can see that they had a quarter 3 in 2024 of 104 million, then a quarter 2 in 2025 of 144 million. And now they grew in quarter 3, 2025 to 155 million. And we're also going to take a look at their outlooks. But moving along here, gross margin gap 37%, a record for the company. And the EPS gap, because they really don't have earnings per share of 0.03 cents, or $0.03, that's 3 cents per share, improved from the last year. They also had a launch contract highlights of 70 dedicated Electron launches, that's a rocket, contracts secured in Q3, which is also a company record high, and their liquidity over 1 billion in cash and equivalents after a recent financing once more. So guidance for 2024, Q4 2025, they're not going to guide back to the past. The revenue expected between 170 and 180 million, so I'm curious, I'm going to beat this. And GAAP gross margins 37 to 39%. Adjusted EBITDA, a loss of 23 to 29 million. So they're trying to get profitable here. We're going to come to the stock reaction just in a couple of seconds. First of all, I want to take a quick look at what the CEO here said, and also the CFO what quickly mentioned a couple of things. But let's go first of all to the CEO, Peter Beck. And this is not Peter Beck, this is Mark O, who is retiring from Rocket Lab's board. This young fellow here, 45 years old, and he wants to hurtle us into space. So I quote, "We once again delivered record revenue with progress across our major space system programs. Our backlog is strong and we are poised to deliver long-term exciting growth." So a short interpretation, they're signaling both growth and scale are coming, especially via new systems, payloads, and defense. Not just launches, but poised means the big upside may still be ahead. So timing matters. Now let's take a look at their stock price. Just after they reported earnings, the stock went. So it was already, this is a yearly diagram, day to day. The stock was already going down. Then it bounced just 1 day before that on 7th of November. On the day it went up, it went down. It remained between the 50 and the 100-day moving average. So the 50 is above the 100-day. Pretty good for now. And then the next day it went down again. It hit, or it tried to go up, hitting the 50-day moving average, came back down, and now it's above the 100-day moving average, hovering around $51 a share, with the $49 a share support for the 100-day moving average just underneath of it. This was the reaction but to the news. But remember, the market was kind of selling off. So everything that was not fabulous and magnificent and just blowout earnings, the market did not react good to it. So let's do a little bit of technical analysis here. Because fundamentally, pros for this are strong growth, 48%, improved margins, 37% gap, large contract wins, robust liquidity, plus 100 billion. This company is looking good. Now, cons, still unprofitable. They're still working on that. Loss expected in Q4. Heavy capex and development. Well, they're building rockets, so they do have to have heavy capex. The space race is pretty crowded and capital intensive. Don't forget, they do have SpaceX out there. Now, let's go into some technical analysis. Currently, the stock is hovering between the 50 and the 100-day moving average. Underneath of this, support the 100-day, underneath of that, the 200-day moving average, and this is on the daily basis. Still on the daily basis, oversold on an RSI, not massively oversold. It's at 38.53. And on a MACD, it's on a sell signal, but maybe with a turnaround here. For the Ichimoku cloud, it is clearly in the cloud currently, and the cloud is still green, but trying to turn red here. So if you take a look back, each time it went in the cloud and then under the cloud, it remained there for, well, a couple of months. And then when things started to turn back again, it went upwards. So at the current position, I would say caution. If you want to nibble on this right here, exactly where it is, you can try it. Small sum. I currently do not own Rocket Lab. What I would wish for this to happen is to get one leg deeper down, get oversold on an RSI, go underneath this 48 moving average, so 100-day, not 48, $50. Everything that is under $50, I would say it's a buy, but not a strong buy, because if we take a look on the weeklies, it is exactly here where support will be on, because now the 100 is turning into the 20-day moving average, and exactly there is where I would say if it goes slightly underneath it, because on the weeklies it just triggered a sell signal, so be very, very careful. This could go even lower if there's some kind of sell-off in the market. If not, then this is going to continue its trajectory and go potentially upwards. But be very, very cautious here. You could nibble here. Don't bet the house on it. Could get some major opportunities maybe at the beginning of 2026. Or let's see what happens now that the government of the United States of America is reopening. We're going to have a data dump. So be very careful adding to positions at this moment. It's risky. Maybe you're going to be rewarded for your risk. I'm kind of cautious right now. So short-term outlook, moderate bullish, the bid guidance, they are strong, but market may wait for sustained profitability. Long-term outlook, more bullish on Rocket Lab. If Rocket Lab executes as on its backlog, Neutron rocket rollout that should come, satellites, payload business, it could capture significant market shares here. And remember, you cannot invest in SpaceX. So you can invest in Amazon. They're also trying something there. But Virgin, that's gone. So Q4, margin expansion and cash flow, Neutron rocket coming up. So I would say stay cautious here. If you really want to add, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and your own research. These are just my thoughts and trying to entertain you. So be cautious here. I'm going to be cautious here. That's definitely what I'm going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm Norbert Menhardt. This is Wealth Done, where I build and protect wealth. Like and subscribe, and catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.